Hello and welcome to Verbier for the final of the Freeride World Tour 2018. If you've just joined us from Red Bull TV after watching the men's competition, that was quite a thrilling affair, wasn't it?
It was. And it was. We have seen some mind-blowing stuff, some opening lines that we've never seen on the back terrace before.
It was incredible.
Now it's time for the action of the women, snowboard and skiing.
That's right, it is the women's event now. I'm Adam Gendel, and joining me in the commentary booth is my good man, McFly. But before we start the event, let's have a little recap in the women's competition of who you need to look out for and what has gone down so far.
Here we have Manuela Mandl. She is the one to beat today, and there is only one girl who can actually take away the Freeride World Tour title of Manuela Mandl. It is Marion Haerty. These two girls in the snow women you have to look out for. Heavy hitters, and they've proven that they can charge on the back terrace before.
That's right, it kind of comes down to the top two. Manuela Mandl in first place. It's kind of hers to lose at the moment. I mean, let's have a look at the overall ranking. There we go. Manuela Mandl in first place, currently on 8,490 points. Hot on her heels, Marion Haerty, 8,440. And then in third place, Anna Orlova and Erika Vikander. So, let's have a look at the start list for today of how it's actually going to run. These four girls. It's going to be, there you go, Marion Haerty is going to drop first, so she's going to have to put down a very strong run to put a bit of pressure on Manuela. Third, Wakana Hama from Japan. In fourth, Erika Vikander, and finally, Anna Orlova from Russia.
So in fact, for the Freeride World Tour title, the first two women down the mountain, it will be decided. And then of course, as in the mind before, we had the Freeride, the Bac de Ross, the title, to have that rock being, or having it holding on top of your head at the prize giving ceremony is so prestigious. So the girls are also gunning for the Bac de Ross title, the Verbier Xtreme.
Well, exactly. I mean, Manuela is in such a commanding position to take the win. Marion is dropping first, so she's going to have to put so much pressure on her. But Manuela only really needs to get in the top four places to confirm the overall title. So really it's wide open for anyone in the women's snowboard field to take the win today. The light has been playing a bit of havoc in the men's competition earlier. We started off with beautiful blue skies, but then the clouds have come in a little bit, and it's been kind of tricky conditions. But we managed to get through those competitions, so it's full steam ahead for the women's event right now, with Marion Haerty from France dropping in first.
The still current Freeride World Tour champion out of France, Marion Haerty. She has a freestyle background, and now she is one of the top ladies in the big mountain world of things.
Coming off a win in Freeriding a few weeks ago in Austria, so confidence must be fairly high. No reason why she can't take the win today. And then really it's job done for her, and she can sit back and watch Manuela.
Exactly, and let's see what she has to offer, because she has been showing a 360, one of the first in the ladies that has stomped a 360 in competition before at the restaged Hakuba event in Kicking Horse Mountain Resort. She was going for a run, unfortunately had a little issue on top of the run, and then she pulled a 360, still making her come second or third. So she knows what it takes. She has the tricks in her bag, and will we see one today?
I mean, she's been very consistent all season. She's had a third place in Kicking Horse in Canada. She got a third place in the Japan restaged event in Canada, and a third in Andorra. So, you know, podiums the whole way, and then a win in Freeriding. So she's got better, if anything.
Yeah, the momentum sticks with her. But as we said, Manuela Mandl, it's all in her hands. She has 2 wins in on the tour already. And Manuela Mandl, if she actually brings down a solid run, it is all hers. But if she crashes and comes last, Marion Haerty hands with a win today to become Freeride World Tour champion, second time in a row.
I'd love to know what song Marion just put on her iPod then. Did you see? She got into her bag, she clicked something on, and then her head started bobbing. What is the song to inspire Marion Haerty to a win today? Okay, we're about 30 seconds away from Marion dropping in. She looks psyched, she looks warm. Apparently she claps 3 times before starting. It's like a tradition, like some kind of ritual. Oh, there it is too. She only did it twice. That was 2. Oh no, clap again. Marion Haerty, clap again, quickly. No, she's too busy lost in music. Come on, one more clap.
Could be some hip hop in there.
Look at the moves.
Very talented skateboarder as well.
Oh, there you go.
Marion
She's
Haerty.
slapping the thighs instead.
That was the third clap.
There's the clap. She kept us waiting, but she's in. All right, Marion, let's see it.
Opening up with some good turns in the technical section on top. It's super steep in there.
Coming out with some good speed, considering how flat the light is today. I mean, look at the definition. He's not great on the Bec de Ross right now, but she is going for it anyway.
Keeping her fluidity high. That's what the judges want to see. Solid and committed riding.
Nice little drop.
Beautiful cliff drop.
Is there anywhere she's going to be able to get a 3 in on the Bec? I mean, it's a difficult face to get freestyle tricks in. I wonder if she's got that in mind, or whether she's just going to keep a solid run with straight airs.
It was hard to see that wind lip. She had to approach really slowly to actually see the takeoff, and now she's already at the bottom of her run, going for a big one.
Oh, she got slightly snagged a little bit. We'll have to see that close. She looks happy though. She gave the thighs a little slap of enjoyment there. And you know what? She's put a solid run down. She didn't fall. It was pretty clean. The only slight mistake I thought could have possibly on the takeoff of that last cliff, but we'd have to have a look on the replay.
Here we have that top section in the dogleg. Very fluid. Ending that section in the dogleg with a beautiful cliff drop. You can see the conditions this year are amazing with the snowpack that we've probably never seen before. And
here's that cliff. Oh yeah, she just kind of slightly got a bit caught up on the takeoff, but you know, she showed her experience and still managed to ride it out clean. So well done, Marion Haerty. First woman down today.
So her job is done. It's all up to the next rider what happens in the overall ranking. Marion Haerty with a solid score of 80.67, obviously currently in the lead.
Well, she knows it's kind of out of her hands really, isn't it? It's like, do your best and then whatever, c'est la vie, as they say. What will be will be. And here she is, the current women's leading rider in the Freeride World Tour, Manuela Mandl from Austria. Currently on 7,200 points. She got a win in Andorra, a win in Kicking Horse, second place in Fieberbrunn in Austria.
Such a solid performance of Manuela Mandl this season. Big respect for some great runs we have seen from her this year, and she is on her Freeride World Tour champion run. Out of Vienna, Austria, it is not the place where you have the highest mountains, I can tell you that. It's a beautiful city, but not famous for big mountain riders to come out of.
So, I mean, she's had an amazing season, very consistent, and it is kind of hers to lose. What is the mentality now? Do you just stay on your feet and just get down and guarantee a spot in that top 3 or 4 to claim the overall title? Or do you want to stay claim and win with style and try and take the prize here? Nice little cliff there.
Absolutely. The way she looked at the mountain, the way I saw it, I think she is going also for a title on the Bec de Ross. But of course, it's always in the back of your head. If you crash, Marion actually has a chance. If you have just a solid run, you will be world champion. So
little indie grab,
probably very tricky, a mind game for Manuela at this stage of the run.
She's looking very solid though. She's had 3 drops now. She threw a cheeky little indie grab. on the drop before. Another little rock drop there. Cranking out on the heels. And that could be job done for Manuela Mandl from Austria. She stayed on her feet, she looked very in control, she kept the flow going down the line. No massive drops really,
No.
but
She didn't go full in. We have seen some bigger cliff drops of her this season, but of course you have to understand the light conditions are everything but favorable. It's really flat light and the snow is tricky to ride.
she basically showed an experienced run there, didn't she? She knew the light. I mean, look at the light there. It's so hard to see any definition, so she still managed to get a little bit of air time in, a few little drops.
And very fluid in between. She was always in control, always knowing where she is going. Very solid and experienced. On her second year on tour, you have to know that she actually dropped off tour last year and she fought her way back at the same year on the qualifiers. High respect for that.
So this could be a massive second place. It's not enough.
Not enough to take the lead.
However,
if she's not going to be pushed down all the way in the ranking of today, she's going to take over the belt.
At the moment, second place is good enough to be the overall Freeride World Tour champion. So it's all going to come down to the next three women in the start gate. From Japan, Wakana Hama.
So not only can they be spoiler for the Freeride World Tour champion race, but also will they be able to kick off Marion Haerty off the hot seat and take the Xtreme Verbier title.
So from Japan, 39 years old, won the Freeride qualifier in Hakuba in January and was offered a wild card.
She surprised us all with super creative run in Kicking Horse Mountain Resort. She performed the 180 to cap 180 on another cliff, so never seen in the ladies competition before.
She's got some freestyle skills.
Actually, yes, and she has a huge background in border cross, so she knows how to put down a heel turn and a frontside turn.
She knows how
in gnarly conditions.
How to fly down a hill. Oh, slightly, was that bummed? No, no one saw that. The spray kicked up, no one saw it, don't worry. Keep going. It's fine.
It's really hard to ride that face in such conditions, but the girl's doing a great job, I can tell you.
Well, I would not fancy riding the Bector Ross in that visibility, so fair play to them. And they have been waiting up there all day, so it's be a case of having cold legs, cold arms, and then not being able to see. It's not the most inviting conditions, but they are dealing with it very well. We haven't had any serious crashes yet.
It's a long run. They're dropping in from the shoulder of the dog leg, and she is at the bottom, lining up a decent cliff drop. Nice! Shutting down speed, now being in the open terrain.
And now it's hers to fly out and enjoy the glory. Good run from Wakana Hama. Slight little bum down at one point, but we'll let her off for that. I don't think it's going to be enough to trouble the top two at the moment. At the moment, Manuela's world title should be safe, but you never know.
Yeah, but I think it's a good call of you, Gendel. She would need to come in between first and second or take over the lead, but I don't see that happening. It's not fluid enough to take over Manuela Mandl.
Didn't quite have the flow of Manuela, did it? But, you know, I'd say, to be fair to Wakana, I'd say the light got even worse for her run.
And it's her first time ever down the Bec de Ross. She will be still pleased with that, I'm sure.
There we go, over the finish line. Good work, Wakana. And I'm sure we'll be seeing her next year on the tour. There she is in the hot seat, Marion Haerty.
Feeling comfortable.
Looking comfortable, going for the kind of side saddle leg over approach then. Going to take a backpack off first. Third place for Wakana. Thumb up, big smile, very happy. Okay, let's have a look at the top three.
Let's hope the
We've got Marion Haerty in first place with an 80.67 there. She is looking very smug with herself, as she should do. Second place, Manuela Mandl, 74.67. And in third, Wakana Hama, 68.67. At the moment, Manuela is world champ.
It is. I think we can congratulate Manuela Mandl, the first actual winter sport world champion out of Vienna, Austria. Vienna stepped it up and became a winter sport destination.
Congratulations. Good night, Vienna. That's how you do it. Well done, Manuela. You are world champion. But the women's snowboard event is not quite over. We've still got Erika Vikander from the USA to drop. She got a second place in a kicking horse at the restaged Japan event, a fourth in Andorra, a fourth in Austria, and he's currently fourth in the overall standings.
Erika Vikander has quite some freestyle background, and it's the first time that she's into the big mountain world of snowboarding. And as she said that she was expecting it to be a little easier with that visual inspection thing. So visual inspection means that the riders have no chance to ride the mountain or look or step a foot into it before they actually ride it. They have to look at it, spot it from the opposite side or from the bottom, and of course everything looks completely different when you actually ride. And that is something you have to learn and get used to, and that's something that was harder, that she said, harder than she was expecting.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We just saw her in the start gate doing her kind of visual run using her arm. It was either that or she was doing some kind of snake impression with her arm, but she was getting into the zone anyway.
Could be her ballet background.
Oh, she has got a ballet background, hasn't she? Yeah, that's right. She looks very relaxed, very chilled out person on and off the slopes. Always a good vibe on the tour. Keeping warm. They've been up there for a long time now, so mentally quite a hard thing to just suddenly turn it on when you're at the top of the Bec de Ros. But she's in. Come on, Erika.
Erika Vikander from the US of A on course.
So still in the back of her mind, probably thinking, I could take the win here. I'd pull out something special. I could knock Marion off that throne. So you never know. As you can see, yeah, the light is still not really improving, so she's going to have to be careful coming down here, but you never know if she gets her line right. Picks off a few decent drops. The win could be hers there. Little pop over that rock into a toe side turn.
Heading down the dogleg couloir. We have seen Marion Haerty drop that cliff that she just passed, so that's something what the judges definitely look at, because of course it's about comparing lines. And at the moment she has a very nice and solid run, but no major cliff drops yet.
Nothing really to trouble Marion on the top spot.
But as we said, it's her first year on the Freeride World Tour. She gets herself comfortable. That was definitely her big goal, to qualify for the coming season, which she did with qualifying for Verbier. All of the girls that you see here, except of the wild cards, are part of the Freeride World Tour 2019.
She's got a little indie there off that cliff towards the bottom, so popping in a bit more airtime. But a solid run from Erika. She kept her speed up, she kept her flow in difficult conditions, so I think she'll be pretty happy with that. There's that top little rock that she snagged over a little bit, but managed to ride it out. And there's the little indie. I think she maybe got a little tap on that. So line slightly low. Obviously it wasn't the most challenging line, but you know, in these conditions, fair enough, to be honest. Fluidity a little bit higher, control, air and style, and technique all relatively solid. But I don't think that's going to knock Marion off the top spot.
And also I think Manuela Mandl is pretty safe in second position. Here we have the points for Erika Vikander, fourth place currently with 67 points straight.
Nice crowd brewing down at the Audi area. Marion still very comfortable.
Big
on the top
smile.
spot. Let's recap the top three, just so we know how the land is lying at the moment. Marion Haerty in first place.
One more rider that can kick off Marion Haerty from the Verbier Xtreme title. Of course, that's why she's so happy at the bottom, because the prestigious win at the back door is just as important. Next rider on course, Anna Orlova out of Russia.
Come on, Anna. I like Anna because she signed my Freeride World Tour poster and wrote "From Russia with Love."
Nice.
So she's a bit of a favourite of mine.
And she should be. She has the skills of big mountain riding. She has been competing on the Freeride World Tour qualifiers for quite some years and was just unlucky for years, came second, and showed some strong riding throughout the seasons. And now this year, first time on the Freeride World Tour, happy to have her on tour.
Yeah, a second place in Kicking Horse and a third in Fieberbrunn, so she's been consistently podiuming lately. She's going for it a bit, picking up a bit of speed towards the bottom.
Heading over to the Lucas left side, just as Marion Haerty going for a big cliff drop. She does!
Yes,
Beautiful!
Anna! That was beautiful!
Yes! That is what it takes to take away the Xtreme Verbier title. If she has another strong finish of that run, that could be it.
Well, that was definitely the biggest drop we've seen from the women's competition so far. So whether the judges decide to really bump that up with her doing a bigger drop, Marion may be sitting slightly uncomfortably. I mean, it didn't quite have the flow that she had. I don't know. Let's have a quick look again. But to me, you know, she had a decent bit of speed down there. The line was challenging enough. She had a few mini drops and then a decent sized cliff.
Especially this one. Big and stomped it clean. Like that was definitely the cliff drop of the day of the women's snowboarding category.
She didn't put a hand down at all, did she? There you go.
The bottom part was a little slower, a little more side slipping, and a smaller cliff than Marion, so that could have been the difference. But I hope that the judges really take into consideration that it was the biggest cliff of the day.
She's
in
stoked.
The middle part.
Absolutely stoked with that. Getting a massive hug from Manuela Mandl, the current leader, and Erika Vikander straight in. Great vibes on the tour in the women's competition. And yeah, that is how you end the Freeride World Tour women's snowboard competition. Marion still looks pretty comfortable in that seat. Yes. Not sure she's going to get moved, is she? I don't know. This would be a bit of a... Where would this come from?
I think it's going to be a tight one. Oh, that was close.
78.67. Squeezing her way onto the podium and knocking Manuela down to third.
But Manuela, it's her big day. She becomes Freeride World Tour champion 2018.
There's the results of the day. Quickly to recap: Marion Haerty in first place, Anna Orlova in second, Manuela Mandl in third, Wakana Hama in fourth, and Erika Vikander in fifth place. Let's have a look at the overall ranking. Look at the hugs flying around. There it is, the final overall ranking. Manuela Mandl taking the Freeride World Tour title. Congratulations to her. Marion Haerty with the win today in second place. Third place for Anna Orlova with that fantastic second place run that she put in today. Erika Vikander in fourth, Wakana Hama in fifth, Audrey Herbert in sixth, and Shannon Yates in seventh. Okay, so that was the snowboard women. We've got one more event to come today, McFly, the ski women. And I believe we can have a little recap of what's gone down in that competition so far.
Ski women, here it is, the last category of the day, and it's going to be a tight one for the Freeride World Tour title. two of the girls, Arianna Tricomi from Italy, with an amazing season, showing us a 360, a first in the women's category in competition, competing against Eva Walkner out of Austria, currently sitting in second position on the Freeride World Tour ranking. And they are the two girls that are battling it out here at the Bac des Roses for the champion title.
Okay, let's have a quick look at the overall ranking. If we can get that up on screen. It's looking a little bit foggy on the back. There we go. Arianna Tricomi in first place at the moment on 9,000 points. Eva Walkner hot on her ski boot heels with 8,880. Hazel Birnbaum in third, 6,900, excuse me. And I believe we're good to go to the start list today. Let's see how it's going to run. And it will be our current leader to drop in first, Arianna Tricomi, so she can put down something solid to start the competition. She'll be feeling very confident that the title is hers. All right, Arianna, it's been a very, very strong season for her. A first place with the Japan stage that was re-staged in Canada, a first in Andorra, where she did a cracking 360, and a second in Kicking Horse. So it really is, it's her title for the taking.
Oh yeah, the Italian Arianna Tricomi on course, and she needs to be performing well because she has Eva Walkner on her feet. And she goes for a nice cliff drop right away, big speed, a lot of fluidity in there, technical section, not hesitating whatsoever. Another one there.
She definitely came for the win.
Oh yes, she has what it takes today. She is on form.
Not shying away from the quite exposed areas and technically kind of popping. Look at that for a line. Beautiful line from Arianna. Going slightly cross-court, a little bit sideways off that cliff. Landed in a beautiful little pocket, keeping her speed, keeping the flow. I think so far she'll be very happy with how this run's going. Lining up another cliff, put it down. There you go, beautiful landing. Oh, I spoke too soon.
A little bit of an issue on shutting down the speed. Hopefully not too bad for the judges. Can she finish things off with a beautiful cliff drop at the bottom? She does.
Amazing.
Oh,
it's that one slight mistake. It wasn't even on the landing. She landed the cliff perfectly and then kind of caught up and snagged a little bit of speed.
Oh,
she'll be a little bit.
Was that the deciding moment?
Who knows? Who knows? It remains to be seen. I mean, we've still got Eva to go. There, that was it.
But it is all in the green. Also the control. I hope they didn't bump her down too much because the rest of the run was amazing. All the way down. Kept the momentum with that beautiful cliff drop in the middle here.
But Arianna, you did it for Italy. Good work. Go and get your seat on that throne. And stay tuned, because next up it's your biggest rival, who will be desperate to knock you off that seat.
Oh no, actually,
it's Gerritzen next.
Elisabeth Gerritzen.
That's right.
The local rider here out of Verbier, Switzerland. And it's her first time in competition on the Bac des Roses.
Come on, Gerritzen. Do it for your hometown.
Oh, and she goes big straight from the start, but cannot put it together. You see how steep it is. She's still sliding.
Trying to kill her speed if she can. Okay, she stopped. It just goes to show how steep it is at the top. One little fall. She was unlucky. I mean, she went for it. She went for a drop straight off the blocks.
Oh, she's holding her knee. Unfortunately, it doesn't look good for her. She probably hurt herself a little bit, but we're happy that she's actually standing still. Because that was quite a fall in the steepest section of the venue.
Well, yeah, the most important thing is she managed to kill her speed and stop tumbling, because that is not the area of the mountain where you want to be tumbling too much. So hopefully she can make it down. Oh, maybe she slightly tweaked her knee a little bit, but fair play for her. Going for it off that
Oh,
cliff.
yeah, she went
straight
for
in.
it all in from the very good get start.
Well, she's a local girl, a Verbier. Oh, there's the pole. Okay, we need to retrieve that. Is that below her or above her? That's the question. Maybe it's a little bit higher, but we have got mountain guides on hand to retrieve poles and skis. So maybe she's just waiting to retrieve that.
Sometimes it takes a little while till you can actually assess what happened to your knee. So maybe the first reaction was that she has to wait a little bit, or she has to get some help.
There we go.
Definitely the pole has to get back to her. There, you're right.
Mountain guide to the rescue.
And probably she just needs a little bit of time.
Obviously, safety is paramount on the Freeride World Tour, so we do have mountain guides dotted all around the face to help, obviously help riders in need if they have a crash or anything like that, and of course to help with equipment and generally be on hand to assist in any way they can. And of course before the event they check the face and advise the riders on snow conditions and give any advice they can. So safety is the #1 rule of Freeride World Tour. So she looks like she's okay.
Oh, that's a great sign. She has her ski back on, got her poles back, and body language says she is okay. That is a great sign.
Okay, back on course, Elisabeth Gerritzen. She's having fun now because her ski was removed. She won't actually get scored. She removed the ski herself. The judging says that she won't get a score, so she's just going to basically fly down and have a fun run and entertain us and the crowd here.
Oh, but we have a little bit of time to talk about the next contender, which will be the deciding run of the day for the Freeride World Tour Championship race. It is Eva Walkner, and she's already on course, as Elisabeth Gerritzen is already on the bottom. Here we have her opening section in the very steep section of the Bec de Ros, the dogleg couloir.
All right, Ava's got to lay down a very solid score. She saw Arianna obviously in first place at the moment. We've only had 2 riders go so far, but she's going to want to take the win today to have any chance of taking the overall title. Sizing up a little bit of a drop there into that pocket.
Yes.
Can she? Yes, she held it. Just about.
Did she get the knee? But that was a big drop. It took a while for her to shut down the speed. Another nice drop in there, actually the same drop as Arianna Tricomi showed us. And the bottom section will decide it all. It is a little double there, and a big one!
What a line!
What a line.
Well, that could make all the difference, couldn't it? Whew! That was an unbelievable finish to the run. I mean, the first... I'd like to see the replay of the first one, because she really kind of wheeled out on the back of her skis and then had a very solid second cliff. And then that double line.
Here we have her in the dogleg couloir, preparing for that first cliff drop. And there, she has a little bit of a trouble there.
Control slightly low.
But that bottom section was all time. Look at the double here.
Yeah,
boom.
amazing.
And then going into a big cliff drop and stumping it clean. But we have seen Arianna Tricomi as well with a great line, top to bottom, technical and big cliffs. So 2 of the current leaders, and she is second after Arianna Tricomi. That means Arianna Tricomi takes away the title.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that is a tough job for the judges to score. Look at Arianna. She can't believe it. Is she crying? Ava will be the first kid. Look, she's in tears. Bless her. Give her that woman a hug.
Oh, yes.
Don't ever let her go. She needs that hug. She's deserved it.
Those are the scenes we want to see.
Unbelievable. And you know what? Ava, what a run from her. I mean, she went down fighting, if anything. I thought that was an incredible run. It's slightly her control letting her down with the judges. Okay, next up, Lorraine Huber from Austria, very experienced rider.
Oh yeah, she is the current Freeride World Tour champion, or actually not anymore. She just got taken down by Arianna Tricomi
2 minutes ago.
Lorraine, what a great career she had on her hands on the Freeride World Tour, and now what is left for her to win is the title of the Xtreme Verbier, and that's what she's after. And look at the drop she's attempting.
Oh, good line. Beautiful. She came to win this title, isn't it? I mean, that is what's left on the cards now for Lorraine.
What a solid opening, but she has to finish it strong as well. She kind of skied around one of the possible cliff drops there, but she's going for a big one again. Oh, and
yes,
stopping it!
Absolutely, put it down.
Oh, yes.
Well, compared to the previous riders, it was the quickest descent, wasn't it?
It was. Such a strong skier out of the Arlberg region, Lechem Arlberg local. She knows how to put down a turn. And look at that technical section there. Beautifully done. She kept her nerves.
Technique peaking on the judges' predictions.
Ooh, that was
She held it.
pure will on that last landing.
Wow. Lorraine, she wants to be sat in that seat, doesn't she? She wants to sit in the furry seat. Buzzing. Look at the face. But what do the judges make of it? That's the big question. Was it enough to knock our current Freeride World Champion off her seat? Hopefully she'd had time to compose herself and wipe away the tears. No, she's smiling now. Oh no, she's not. She's still crying a little bit.
She can still believe it, Arianna.
Okay, still waiting on Lorraine's score. Ooh,
there is a little bit of a discussion.
Pen in the mouth for the judges. That means I'm not sure. Lorraine playing the waiting game a lot like we did yesterday when the weather was bad all day. Luckily, the Vector Ross has cleared up and we can see again. Second place for Lorraine Huber. So
just taking over Eva Walkner and just behind the current leader and taking over the Freeride World Tour champion title of Lorraine, Arianna Tricomi.
There we go. To recap, Arianna Tricomi, 85 points. Lorraine Huber slots into second place with 82.67. Eva Walkner bumped down with 78 points into third place. Next up, Hazel Birnbaum. Hazel Birnbaum from the US, about to drop in, currently third overall in the standings, 5,625 points. Always got a big smile on her face, Hazel. In the summer months, she rides around on a bike with an ice box and sells ice popsicles, and her company's called Sweet Spokes. So she's pretty cool, I think, anyway. Hazel on course, going for it. Picking quite an interesting line, traversing skier's right.
Will she go for a big double again? She showed us a couple of years ago at the end of her run a few years ago when she claimed the title of the Verbier Xtreme with a huge double. And she
flying out of there. Go on, Hazel.
She can go fast. That is fluidity. But will she show a nice feature at the end of her run? The sun came out just in time, and is it for another double?
Oh, massive!
That was massive, and unfortunately out of control on the second
she's okay.
one. But
she's okay.
She landed in the perfect pocket of snow, luckily, and she is okay.
Hazel, don't scare us like that. That was huge. She went for it. It was almost like she lined up that double and it was like, well, I'm in this now. Here we go.
Oi, 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 what a huge double that was.
I tell you what, that was, it was ridiculous.
Look
at the scale. You can see the scale of where she is
where she
compared
took off.
to where she took off.
Sorry.
That is how you really shake up the women's ski competition. I'll tell you what, she'd have put that down.
She's putting her gear back together. Her GoPro is still on. That will be definitely a visual to be looked at.
She's looking up at disbelief, going, did I take off from there
Yeah.
and land there? Yes, you did, Hazel. And you're all right, thank goodness. Wow. Unbelievable.
Whew. All right, Hazel, that was a show, but we are happy that you're in one piece because that could have gone the wrong way too. Kids, don't follow Hazel's track.
Well, if you follow her track now, you might go even bigger off that thing. Yeah, so don't do that. Hazel.
But next one up is a new face on the Freeride World Tour, a wild card out of Norway, Hedvig Wessel. And she made her name a big name in the mogul ski scene. She just came back from Pyeongchang, competed there at the Olympics, and she has proven on some occasions that she is a great big mountain rider. And watch out what she has to offer.
Yeah, 100%. She's finished her mogul career. She's desperate to get into the Freeride World Tour scene.
Look at the speed she's into it. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
but
go for
she's going for it. Look at the
She came
momentum.
to play.
And I've seen her competition run 2 years and last year in Riksgränsen, and look it up on the web. She performed a backflip there. Will she show that huge trick?
Putting in some gorgeous turns. She's got beautiful sunlight now, so no excuses with not being able to see. Lovely cliff there, landing in a sweet spot.
Ooh, and she's going hell speed there at the bottom.
Absolutely gunning it out.
Wow, she's a great skier. First time we see her on the big scene, on the stage of the Freeride World Tour, and she's hopefully a keeper. Well-deserved wildcard of Hedvig Wessel.
Well, do you know what? After seeing that, she's obviously got incredible skiing skill and edge control, but it looks like she's going to be a contender next season potentially.
Yeah, I hope she comes back to the tour, and definitely it's going to be a contender for, I call her contender for the title from straight away, if that how she continues to.
Very happy. Congratulations on your first ever Freeride World Tour event, Hedvig Wessel. Okay, and that sums up the women's ski competition.
You have to get your score as well before you do the hugs.
Little wipe of the skis, she's a professional. Fourth place, Hedvig Wessel, 76.33. I'm sure she'll be very happy with that. And that is the end. Hugs are flying around down there. Let's have a look at the final ranking of the ski competition, just to confirm how it all ended up. There we go. In first place, winner of the Xtreme Verbier, Arianna Tricomi with an 85-point score. Lorraine Huber in second place, showing her experience with an 82.67. Eva Walkner in third with 78.33, which means the overall title after winning today goes to Arianna Tricomi. That is how you win the title in style. 9,700 points overall. Eva Walkner in second place, doing an absolutely sterling job as well. And Lorraine Huber in third place, showing her overall experience and getting on that podium. And that sums up the tour. A lot of smiles at the bottom of the course. An amazing day all round, McFly. What can you possibly say about that women's competition?
Oh, it was high-octane skiing from the get-go. We had Arianna Tricomi out of the gate, and she went into the Nar, combined it with some fluid skiing at the bottom, and that made her win not only the the Verbier Xtreme, but also the Freeride World Tour title. And yeah, the rest of the girls killed it too. They made Arianna's life pretty hard to sit there in the hot seat, but it played out all well.
It did. What a fantastic end to the day's proceedings, and we've got a little highlights package of the day for you. Congratulations, Arianna Tricomi, taking home the world title, and congratulations to everyone that took on the Bec de Ross today and made it down safely. What a fantastic day, McFly.
It was absolutely mind-blowing. Everyone safe down the mountain, most important thing, and we will be back for another season of the Freeride World Tour in 2019 with the people and the riders you've seen today.
Yeah, that is it for the Freeride World Tour 2018. If you want to watch any of the runs, go to freerideworldtour.com and check out all the videos. And for now, that is it from myself and McFly. We'll see you next time.
Salut, salut,
Goodbye.
bye-bye.